So, who exactly is supposed to get these reparations? Now, this is a story at Fox News, and there's a fight in New York City, New York State, over who's going to get reparations in New York. So it says here, Black New York residents spar over who should receive reparation payments. This is by Lindsay Cornick. Now, this came out, I believe, today. It says here, Governor Hochul's commission to examine methods of dishing out reparations to the slave descendants has not yet met for the first time. So back in December, she passed a bill that created this commission, but they've yet to meet. But Black residents in New York can't agree on who exactly should receive the payout. As I mentioned, the commission was formed in December, and Blacks in the city are raising issue with how this will just be limited to descendants of slaves. Now, New York passed its abolition laws in 1799, but those didn't really go into effect till about the 1820s because it wasn't the living slave. Usually it was the offspring of the slave that would be freed after so many years of service. Now, according to Bertha Lewis, who heads up Brooklyn's Black Institute, she calls New York's reparation program, similar to California's, by the way, a false narrative. Quote, I don't give an F what California did. You can't just say that only descendants of slaves from the South are entitled to reparations. Black people face the effects of slavery, discrimination, simply because they're Black. Miss Lewis, or is it Mrs. Lewis? California is in the West. It's not in the South. But I understand what she's saying. I'm not trying to split hairs, but to be correct here, California is in the West. Okay, the South is the South. But she said it would be difficult to pinpoint direct descendants of slaves, and reparations has to include discrimination against Blacks that has gone on for a long time. Well, maybe I should start declaring reparations here, or demanding reparations. Because I'm of Irish descent. There's some Native American in my family, Cherokee, Iroquois. The Irish were portrayed as drunken monkeys on posters. They were discriminated against, heavily discriminated against. And you had Native American tribes that were moved against their will. So maybe I should start demanding reparations. But Little African News founder Mona Davids, who's a Black South African, disagrees, saying that Blacks who willingly immigrated to the United States should not receive reparations. It was our choice to come here, quote unquote. And Davids also points to African nations that profited from the slave trade. Now, Governor Hochul has said that even descendants of immigrants at the end of slavery may have to pay reparations. So if you're an immigrant who came here at the end of slavery, you may have to pay reparations. Quote, slaves didn't come here willingly, and no exact amount has been determined by this commission in New York. So they haven't met for the first time. This commission was formed in December, and they don't know how much money they're going to dish out. And now you've got Black people in New York fighting over this. Maybe reparations isn't a good idea. Maybe the best thing we can do right now is just look at the past and say, hey, the past was the past. Did bad things happen against African Americans? Yes. Just as they did against the Irish and Hispanics and, the Polish and the Jewish, and you name it. Okay, let me put it to you this way. Everybody in history has been shafted. That's all you need to know. Humans are flawed. Human beings are flawed. There's always been racism. There's always been discrimination. The best we can do is to treat each other with respect, be the best that we can be, make this a better place to live. We can't be dwelling on the past. Well, your great-great-great-great-grandpappy did this to me, so I deserve reparations. But it is funny to watch this play out. Because all these people, see, they want reparations. They think that there is this utopia out there where they can just get all this money for all these wrongs that have been committed against them. Then when reality sets in of who's going to receive these reparations or how do you dish it out, it doesn't compute with them. So I thought I'd share this with you today. Another one-take video. Got to get ready for work soon. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, you know what to do. You can follow me at Instagram, #JasonComposes, because I write music in my spare time. Or you can find me at X, Culture Confederacy, Culture Confed 1 on X. This is the Culture Confederacy saying peace out. Stay safe, everybody. God bless this thing called the United States. And you know how we do it here. This is where the past crashes with the present. I'll catch you next time. Sorry about the graphic today. As I said, a one-take video. But I'll catch you next time. Take care, everybody.